So, you're learning a new language. You've put in the hours, and now you're at that classic crossroads. Should you shell out the cash for an official certificate? Is it actually worth the investment? Well, today we're going to break it all down, the costs, the benefits, to help you figure that out. Okay, let's get right into it. Here's the basic conflict, right? You want that official stamp of approval, that proof of your skills. But then there's the cost. And spoiler alert, the price for proving you're proficient is definitely not one size fits all.
And this is the question it all boils down to. You've battled through verb conjugations, you've built up your vocabulary, but is spending your hard-earned money on an exam a smart move? Or are you just buying a really expensive piece of paper? Let's find out.
Whoa. To give you an idea of the stakes, let's just start at the top end. For an advanced German exam, you could be looking at a fee as high as 26,000 rupees. That is a serious chunk of change, and it immediately makes you wonder, what am I really getting for that price? Now let's take a look at French. The highest level exam here can set you back about 15,000 rupees. I mean, it's still a significant amount of money, but notice how different that is from the German exam. The variation between languages is a really key point. And then, for a total contrast, you have Japanese, where the most you'll pay is around 1,900 rupees. This huge difference really drives the point home. There is no standard pricing in the world of language certification, not even close. But, it's not just the language that sets the price. The fees are also tiered. What that means is the price actually changes depending on your proficiency level. Let's take a closer look at that. Okay, so take a look at this table. You see the pattern, right? For European languages like German and French, the fees just skyrocket as you get more advanced. But what's really striking is the difference when you look at Japanese and Korean. The costs are way lower and they stay pretty stable. So why is that? Well, it's a complicated mix of things: who's backing the exam, supply and demand, and regional economics. So we've seen the prices, and they are all over the map. But the cost is only half of the equation, isn't it? Now we have to shift our thinking from how much does it cost to what is it actually worth? When does that fee stop being an expense and start being a valuable investment? This is where it gets personal. The answer isn't on some price list. It's all about your own goals. So how do you make a clear, logical decision that's based on your unique situation? Let's walk through a pretty simple framework. First things first, let's talk about the scenarios where paying that exam fee is a total no-brainer. These are the situations where you can expect a clear, tangible return on your investment. This really lays out the dividing line. If you're learning the language for your career, for school, or for immigration, a certificate is a definite yes. But if you're just learning for fun or as a hobby, it's more of a maybe, and you can probably save your money. Let's dig into that career path for a second. If you're aiming for a job in a global company or in tourism or as a translator, a certificate is your official proof of skill. It's the thing that gets your resume noticed and can be the tiebreaker that lands you a much better opportunity. Now, for anyone out there with plans to move abroad, this is even more critical. For most university admissions, student visas, and work permits, a language certificate isn't just helpful, it's an absolute requirement. In these cases, the fee isn't an option. It's a mandatory investment in your future. Okay, let's flip over to the other side of the coin. It's just as important to know when it is perfectly fine, and frankly a lot smarter, to just skip the exam and enjoy your learning journey. Look, if you're learning a language for the sheer joy of it, or to get ready for a vacation, or to connect with your heritage, then the experience is the reward. The crucial point here is, if a certificate doesn't directly support a specific practical goal, then you really don't need it to validate your hard work. So as we start to bring this all together, the way forward gets pretty clear. The whole decision really just hinges on one simple thing: lining up the cost of the exam with your personal, real-world goals. And here's the final verdict from all this. A language exam is an absolutely excellent investment when, and this is the big when, it's a tool that directly helps you achieve your professional, academic, or immigration goals. Its value is tied directly to its usefulness for you. And hey, just one last piece of practical advice. The fees we've shown you today are estimates, and they can and do change. So before you register for any exam, please make sure you go to the official website and get the most up-to-date pricing. So, as we wrap up, take a moment. Think about your own language learning goals. Is a certificate a necessary step on your path, or is the journey itself the destination? Whatever you decide, I hope this explainer has given you the clarity and confidence to make the right choice for you.